Okay, so everyone get this. We're doing a deep dive on Dune. Part 2. That's right, the movie.
The one everyone's been waiting for.
Exactly. And we went deep, people. We read all the reviews.
Articles, think pieces.
Yeah, all that. We even dug into some fan theories online.
Some of those get pretty wild.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But hey, gotta respect the passion, right?
Absolutely.
Fans are definitely hyped for this one.
And for good reason. I mean, remember those desert scenes in the trailer?
Oh, man, those visuals.
I know, right?
Huh.
Apparently, they're even more mind-blowing on the big screen.
Yeah, and I read a bunch of reviews that were saying that the desert's practically a character in itself.
Whoa, really? That's interesting.
Yeah, it's not just about pretty pictures, though.
Oh.
All those epic, sweeping shots of Arrakis, the way the sand seems to move and breathe.
It looked so real in the trailers.
It's all very deliberate. The director's using the landscape to symbolize
those desert warriors.
Yeah. I read this fascinating article about how they adapted to that crazy, harsh environment.
Oh, yeah, the whole water as currency thing.
Yeah, right. Like they've built this whole culture around survival in this incredibly hostile place.
And the film really captures that. You know, it shows their water conservation practices.
Oh, and their, was it still suits?
Right. The still suits and their fierce independence. And all of that ties directly back to Paul's journey as he learns to navigate that world and becomes a leader.
Okay, so let's talk about Paul. Obviously, Timothée Chalamet is back.
Zendaya, too, right?
Yeah, she's back as Chani. Plus, we've got Rebecca Ferguson back as Lady Jessica and Josh Brolin as Gurney Halleck.
And, of course, Javier Bardem as Stilgar.
Right, Stilgar. Can't forget Stilgar. But there are also some awesome new additions to the cast.
Like who?
Well, Austin Butler. He plays Phaedrotha.
Oh, wow. Interesting casting.
Right. And Florence Pugh joins the cast as Princess Irulan.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize she was in this one. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, from what I've read, both of their performances are supposed to be phenomenal, like really intense and complex.
I bet. Especially Butler as Phaedrotha. He's got to be pretty menacing.
Oh, for sure. I bet he's awesome. Okay, so to recap, the film picks up where we left off. Paul's aligning with the Fremen, he's learning their ways, and becoming a powerful leader.
And his prescience, his ability to see the future, is growing stronger.
Right, which is a pretty big deal. So, like, how does that all play into his destiny?
That's the big question, isn't it? The film really digs into how Paul struggles to control his prescience. As it gets stronger, he gains more influence.
And unites the Fremen.
Exactly. He's basically leading a revolution, but the film makes you question whether he's becoming a tyrant or a savior.
That's heavy.
It is. It's something that Frank Herbert explored a lot in the books, and the film doesn't shy away from that complexity at all.
Wow. So I know you're a huge sci-fi fan. How do you think this adaptation compares to others out there?
Oh, that's a tough one. There have been some great sci-fi films recently.
For sure.
But I think Dune. Part 2 is special. It really respects the intelligence of the audience, you know. It doesn't dumb down the source material. It tackles complex themes.
Yeah, but it's also a huge blockbuster film.
Exactly. It manages to be both a thought-provoking film and a total visual spectacle.
So you're saying it's like the best of both worlds?
I think so, yeah. It's definitely gotten amazing reviews. Critics are calling it a masterpiece.
That's awesome.
And they're praising the way it balances the action and intrigue with those deeper, more philosophical questions.
So if someone's looking for a film that's not just explosions and spaceships...
Right, they want something to think about afterwards.
It sounds like Dune. Part 2 is the way to go.
Absolutely. And I guarantee it'll leave you with some big questions rattling around in your head. Like, what would you do if you were in Paul's shoes? Faced with such a complex destiny, how far would you go for power? What would you be willing to sacrifice?
Whoa, yeah. Heavy stuff.
It really makes you think. I think that's the mark of a truly great film, isn't it? One that stays with you long after the credits roll.
Totally agree. Well said. So there you have it, folks. Go see Dune, Part 2. And decide for yourself.
Definitely check it out. You won't regret it.